Playing with a Billionaire novel audiobook. Chapter 2, Coffee Maid. One of the ladies got up and followed her through a huge glass door. I was the last to be called. I looked at my phone. It was 11 o'clock. I had been waiting for 2 hours. Nevertheless, I followed her through the same glass door when she finally called my name. She knocked, opened the door, ushered me inside and left. I stood in a huge office with a welcoming scent and feel to it. The walls were painted in different shades of brown and there was a huge leather couch on the side. There were plants in large pots which added a forest-like green vibe to the room. The cool air calmed my nerves as I took it all in. I inhaled with satisfaction. Everything was amazing. It was so better than my apartment. I could live here. I just need a bed, I thought to myself. When you are finished admiring my office and wasting our time, you may have a seat, a voice said firmly, erasing my pondering on making this my home. Good morning, sir. I'm M. Have a seat, Miss Cole. His voice was like ice, cold but clear. I sat down and looked at him. He was very handsome with gray, almond eyes, a pointed nose, perfectly structured face, and small lips. His hair was pitch black and styled neatly on his head. His shoulders curved from his sharp suit, and his stubble beard was neatly trimmed on his face. He was the definition of perfectly handsome. Miss Cole, are you hard of hearing? Huh? I asked you for your resume twice already. What is wrong with me? I was so lost in his looks that I didn't even hear him asking for my resume. I handed it to him with trembling fingers. He yanked it away and read through it. You've only worked at a cafe? He asked shortly after. Yes, sir. I lowered my head. I had already failed. You had impressively good grades in high school. How is it that you only went to community college? Because I couldn't afford a prestige college. Sir, I've been on my own since I was 18. Right after high school, I still wanted a college education. So a teacher made a contact for me to get into a college I could afford. Where were your parents? I don't know of them. So you grew up in a foster home? Yes, sir. Foster homes, I corrected. He rubbed his temple. Miss Cole, I feel your pain. But I wouldn't waste my time and yours. The position had already been filled. My heart fell to my toes. I wanted to beg for anything else available, so I began to, but he cut me off and told me he was sorry. Sir, please. I don't care if I have to clean the toilets or the floors or the windows. Please. I need a job so badly. I don't have any money to support myself. I will get evicted soon if I don't pay my rent. Is there anything you can do for me? I'm desperate. I was in tears, but he just handed me back my documents and, in the process of taking it back, I accidentally spilled his cup of coffee all over his desk. What the foo? He hollered as he flew from his seat and ran his hands down his crotch. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I let out as I walked over to him, not thinking twice. Get away from me. He was furious. I froze. I saw the cup laying on the floor and a coffee maker in the corner. I'll make you another cup, I said quickly. I rushed over to the coffee machine as he took tissues from a cupboard and attempted to clean himself up. I wiped down his desk from the ugly spill and placed a refill cup of cappuccino in front of him. Why are you still here? Get out of my office. He yelled at me again. You clumsy imbecile. I held back the tears of shame and embarrassment. I held my bag close to me and turned on my heels. When I opened the door, I heard him take a sip of the coffee I made. Then another and another. As I was shutting his door, he called out, Miss Cole, please, wait. Standing against the door, I barely re-entered the office for fear of going near him. Miss Cole, this coffee tastes so good. You have gifted hands. I apologize for my outburst. It was an accident. And I shouldn't have snapped like that. That's okay. I'm used to it. His eyes twinkled a bit. But they seemed to have some sadness in them. The job you applied for has already been filled. But I have a proposition for you. How would you like to be my maid and my coffee maker? The payment would be generous and you can live with me. I was puzzled. I don't understand. Live with you? In your house? My mansion? My brain was bouncing off the walls in my head. My heart felt like butterflies. Ethan Hollen, CEO and manager of Hollen Tower, wanted me, simple little plain me, to live in his mansion. Of course you wouldn't be alone. I do have other household staff. And they all live with me. There's a place for them. And you, if you accept this offer. I smiled my biggest smile and thanked him for the new offer. I was going to live on his property for free. Do I have to pay rent? I asked as the thought crossed my mind. No. How soon can you start? First thing tomorrow morning. Good. 6 a.m. It is. I like having my coffee early. 6. I groaned. Mentally. Welcome to download the Bravonovel app. Read the novel Playing with a Billionaire online and get the latest updates.